Welcome back, everyone. Researchers wanted to know, is marriage good for your health? Plus, a warning sign you may be eating too fast. And a new study shows how legalizing cannabis can impact the health of kids. Those stories and more in tonight's Health Watch. Cannabis use among kids and teens is higher in areas where the drug has been legalized. A study in Canada, published in JAMA, found that rates of cannabis edibles use increased among students in grades 7 to 11 in provinces that legalized the drug. At the same time, rates of use dropped in areas that did not legalize cannabis. More patients are becoming comfortable with artificial intelligence being part of their medical care. A study by the Radiological Society of North America found 71% of patients were okay with artificial intelligence interpreting their mammograms along with a human radiologist. However, less than 5% of people said they were comfortable with AI alone interpreting their mammogram. We hear all the time about how what you eat impacts your health, but how about how fast you eat? Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic say people who eat a meal in 20 minutes or less may be eating too quickly. And that's because it takes that long for the stomach to communicate to the brain through hormones that you're full. As a result, fast eaters tend to overeat, and they're also more likely to swallow air, which leads to bloating and indigestion. Tips for slowing down the fork include turning off the TV and putting down the phone while having a meal, in addition to chewing longer. Being married has its benefits, but a new study found that staying single late in life might actually be better for your brain. Married people live longer, have fewer strokes and heart attacks, and lower chances of depression. Plus, they simply visit the doctor more often than someone who's single. But a new study found a negative correlation between brain health and marriage. 24,000 people over 50 years old, some married, some single, participated. Their cognitive abilities were tested annually for 18 years. It found unmarried people had a lower chance of getting dementia than married people. Now, one theory is that later in life, married couples have a smaller social circle, and having social connections enriched with lots of learning is very important for staying sharp. That being said, doctors say the study doesn't prove marriage causes dementia, just that there's an association worth more research. Okay, and to be clear, loneliness is definitely not good for your health either, not just heart health, but brain health as well. For a closer look, go to the feature section of our website, 2news.com, and click on the Health Watch icon.